Hi, my name is Kevin Brotman, and tonight I saw The Wolfman. Now, a lot of the earlier reviews I was reading, they were saying that it was at times creepy and eerie and gory and scary. Others were saying that it really nailed this cheesy B-movie vibe. Because some movies understand that they're supposed to be cheesy. Hostel, Zombieland, Schindler's List. Other movies take themselves seriously enough that you're kind of aware that they're not supposed to be that serious, but you have fun anyway, like Chronicles of Riddick. Or is it The Riddles of Chronic? There's serious, and there's cheese, and then there's serious cheese. It's just this really uncomfortable balance between wry humor that doesn't fit and, frankly, not very terrifying moments. I'm doing this review in kind of a strange way. I'm going to start with the bad stuff about the movie, and then I'll tell you why you may or may not want to see it towards the end. But I'm also going to run down the bad stuff by actor, whoever was in the movie, the main people. I'd like to start with Benicio del Toro. I think he's a good actor. I like him in all the movies. I saw Che, and if you don't like Snatch, well, then I fucking hate you. I think he should be more of a mainstream actor. That's just an opinion. For most of the movie, he does a pretty great job. He's not given much of a script. The direction is shoddy at best. He does have one pretty bad line. Benicio, what's going to happen in this movie?
I will kill all of you!
Apparently, he's gonna kill all of you. It's not as bad as the earlier movie From Paris with Love. And John, what's this movie about?
It's about terrorists!
It's about terrorists. But otherwise, Benicio del Toro of the House of Bull, he nails the lumbering. If anybody was gonna be able to do Lon Chaney's kind of wolfish Wolfman walk, Benicio del Toro did a pretty decent job with it, considering the campy movie that this was. He did a pretty good job in it. Overall, he really brought something to it. The other actors, they all did their part. Sir Anthony Hopkins plays the father of Lawrence Talbot, Sir John Talbot. He's fine, but a little bit predictable. I'm not sure in how many movies Anthony Hopkins has been a good guy. Did I just spoil it? Oops. He's kind of growling the whole time. That brings up another point. I'm not sure who the hairiest actor in this movie is. You have Benicio del Toro as the Wolfman, Hugo Weaving with this, and then you have Anthony Hopkins with this. Never mind, I think I definitely know the winner. Emily Blunt played Benicio del Toro's love interest in the movie. She was alright, I suppose, if a bit peripheral to the story. Not very familiar with Emily Blunt. She mostly makes movies, action movies, that would make me perpetually flaccid. Hugo Weaving of The Lord of the Rings and Matrix fame plays the Scotland Yard detective. Hugo Weaving was, I guess, good casting for this script. I don't see the necessity. He's basically just Agent Smith. I was half expecting him to go, Mr. Anderson, to Talbot. But he never did. There's another actor. Again, he's on the periphery, but he's played by David Schofield. Yeah, I don't really care about him. Another one of the issues I took with the movie was the real lack of plot. The logline in this movie would be, man turns into wolf and kills people. Well, that's fine, but there's not really enough meat there. Pun intended. 75% of the movie to maybe 80% of the movie is Benicio del Toro's Dr. Talbot avoiding becoming a wolf. He just avoids being a wolf most of the time. This would be fine if I wanted to watch a character study of lichen, but I wouldn't do that because I don't go to the movie theater to spend my life savings on a character study of werewolves. If I wanted to do that, I'd probably throw in my DVD of The English Patient and draw a mustache on Kristen Scott Thomas's face in every scene she's in. I spend most of my life avoiding not being things too. I avoid not being a rapist. I'm avoiding being a Jehovah's Witness. I'm avoiding being a pedophile dressed up in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle suit. I avoid not being a ballerina. I avoid not being a terrorist.
It's about terrorists!
Thanks, John. I avoid masturbating in public. Not really. The plot just really plods on and on and on. He's avoiding being a wolf. You can fall asleep for 20 minutes, wake up again, and just be like, oh, he's still a wolf. Even with all the actors giving it their all, it's just really difficult to care about anything going on. Just don't give a shit. Like, oh, his arm came off, that's a shame. Oh, there's an amulet thing from his brother. Fap. Some reviews have been and they've been labeling it as, a horror movie. It really comes into play in two specific instances. They kind of violate the rules of horror movies. There are two double jump scares in the Wolfman. It looks like this. Bah! Gotcha. Betcha I scared you, but they really shouldn't do this. Oh my god, holy fuck! I read somewhere that scares in horror movies are just as healthy for the heart as laughs are in comedies. When you have a single jump scare, it works like this. You jump scare me. Oh my god! Then I go back to eating my popcorn. After that, I just go on with my life, either playing solitaire or masturbating. When you have a double jump scare, I get scared. Oh my god! And then I start shoveling popcorn in my mouth. And then another one, start choking on it. And then I can't play solitaire or masturbate to solitaire. Fap. What? 6 people died in the theater from the double jump scares in The Wolfman. That's a fact. Oh, I still have the marks on my neck. I choked myself good. I learned from David Carradine, only the best. There's this foreshadowing throughout the first half of the movie, and even a little bit into the second half of the movie. The dog belonging to Dr. Talbot keeps showing up and howling at him because he's a wolf. But don't tell anybody that. They just keep doing it. The first time it's like, oh, he's a dog, and Talbot's a dog. And then the second time she's like, oh, dog. Third time, dog, 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 dog. Come the fuck on. Show me the dog. One more fucking time. One more fucking time. Show me that dog. That's just inappropriate. Over the course of the movie, the gore it just becomes silly. Beyond just desensitization. I mean, it's just ridiculous where you stop caring about what's going on because it's just everywhere. Oh, he had his back ripped off. Oh, there goes his arm. He lost his finger. Ridiculous beheading scenes. I'm talking some of the worst CGI beheading scenes I've seen since Secret Garden. It's kind of the same idea as this. You're watching Saving Private Ryan. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of CGI done well, but literally everything in this movie is CGI. CGI beer, there's a CGI deer. There's CGI blood, there's CGI mud. There's a CGI bear, there's a CGI chair. This isn't a fucking Dr. Seuss poem. This is the CGI in The Wolfman. There's a CGI moon. There's no CGI poon. Not gonna lie, I was kind of waiting for that. I mentioned earlier how Benicio del Toro really nailed the Lon Chaney style walk of the Wolfman, that creepy sort of lumbering. Choreographers of the film decided to have most of his running take place like that. In the action scenes, which were kind of a mix, actually mostly CGI, of the Wolfman on all fours, tackling people like in the trailer, just generally running around and being a douchebag. That only happens maybe 10% of the time. A lot of the time, it's just one of the Wolfman characters lumbering around. You know that Frankenstein guy in Happy Gilmore?
I believe that's Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah, they all kind of look like that running around. It gets really awkward and it just seems inefficient. Why not just be on all fours? I don't understand that. There's also this really strange pro-life vibe going on throughout the whole movie whenever they're talking about killing Dr. Talbot. Whether the beast has ended or the man is beginning. At what point do you draw the line between man and beast? What is he right now? Clearly it's between baby and not baby. It's not really in your face. They're not yelling at you, "Get that vacuum away from your vag, miss." It's more subtle. It's more like, "Don't put that candle so close to your crotch when your pubes could catch on fire." And you see much more subtle. This one caught me off guard. Every time the moonlight comes down, whether it's coming through the window and healing Talbot, or it reflects off the water, or it's coming through his prison cell, it sparkles. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? You just put sparkles in my R-rated gore fest? You're done. Fucking done. I'm pretty sure that studios feel that sparkles are the only things that get girls off now in movies. And am I gonna start having to chug like glitter just so I can fucking have shiny jizz? Yeah, you're gonna picture that. Is there any reason to go see this movie? Well, the actual scenes with the wolves, besides that crazy 2 feet lumbering action, is actually pretty exciting. The CGI is done really, really well, especially with the werewolves. The transformations are just fucking fucktastic. Probably the best CGI transformation of werewolf I've seen pretty much ever. On makeup, you've got Rick Baker, who has plenty of experience with werewolves. He's done movies like The Howling, An American Werewolf in London, Wolf with Jack Nicholson back in the early 90s, and also Click. They tried to put makeup on Adam Sandler to make him funnier. The thing I can say is that the DP and the director really came through in making the atmosphere, pretty gothic, fairly, foreboding. It's really a great homage to some flicks, particularly Lon Chaney's. They really nailed a lot, with the castle style and the dungeons and candles. It really comes to life. There's an homage to Phantom of the Opera in it. A lot of the skulking around is taken right out of the old Universal horror classics. And so in that respect, they really come through. At the end of every movie I see, I like to imagine how easy it would be to make it into a porno. Ease of pornoization. The Wolfman gets only 1 star.
I didn't order sausage.
I'm gonna bite you. It's been made into a porno many, many times already. Yes, I actually put this into my Google search for your entertainment. Overall, I'd give The Wolfman a 6 out of 10. If you're bored, if you're already at the movie theater, if you got nothing to do, or you just want to scare the shit out of, well, nobody, because it's not that scary. It's not a complete waste of your money. I had fun. I'm glad I saw it. If you want to wait till DVD, you are not missing much. And that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for my next review, and I hope you had a lot of fun today. I hope this works out. And I'll see y'all later.